What's up, everyone? You listen to KCWU 881 The Burg, your music central. I'd like to welcome you to the Real Authentic People podcast, also known as the R.A.P with
Roberto,
Atong,
and Paige.
A show where we talk about social issues with social people.
Oh,
hey.
Hi, people.
hello, hello.
No,
We did it.
Is it? What's that? Well, like, we did it,
We
Joe.
did
it, Joe.
We did it.
We did it.
Because we're running towards the end.
It's almost the
Congrats on
end
the
of
awards, you know. You just be
Oh
winning
yeah!
awards.
Shout out to ASA
What can we
winning
say?
Org of the Year.
What can we say? You know, we've got a couple of hate top.
Oh. And
Let 'em know.
nevertheless,
Now listen,
you prevailed.
hate
We prevail.
Atong.
Yeah.
Hate you or love you,
Right.
they watched. That's all they could
Exactly.
do.
All they
That's
can
all
do.
they
They
could
watched
do.
and you
Because
won.
if they do end up watching this episode, they're gonna know who I'm talking
gonna
about. But
keep-
they were in the comments acting like a fan. You
Ooh.
know who you are, boo.
Oh, y'all know who you are.
You know
know.
who you are.
Y'all
Trust.
know
My
who you
camera's
are.
over there. Trust and believe.
You will be dealt with.
And you were dealt with earlier.
Yeah, but no, seriously, congratulations
Mhm.
to
Yeah,
African
thank
Student
you.
Association.
No-
Y'all worked really, really hard this
No,
year.
truly. Like, I've had the time. Like, the thing is, I had my off and on days on that board, but honestly, my board was such a fun. They're
Yeah.
always the key.
Mhm.
I feel like having a good board, and then, because I feel like our relationship with our members, at least, is very much like, I don't want to say siblingly, but it's almost like, if I see you,
Like
very
cousin.
familial.
it's very familial. And I think
Yeah.
it's also like, it goes around how we're all African, and culturally,
Mm-hmm.
too, plays a huge part. Because if I see anyone in the streets right now, it's like, now you know how to say hi to us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I will miss doing all of that, but I will not be going anywhere. I'll still be attending ASA. Just for
So
the
you won't be on the board.
I just won't be doing the
You'll
hard
be
work.
attending.
I'll just
Yeah,
be doing
you'll
the
be taking your rest, which
Right.
you deserve.
much needed rest.
Yeah.
I'll be watching, and I get to actually watch the shows now. Because
Yeah.
the thing about putting on events, you never actually get to enjoy the event, no matter how good the event goes. Because you somehow still feel stressed, you know.
Because you're running around taking care of background stuff,
Exactly.
finding
So,
things for other people.
yeah, so I personally am looking forward to just being able to like watch the events.
Yeah,
because
well,
they're-
I'm looking forward to that for you. Because you've been
Because-
stressed and you've been working
Yeah.
hard.
There were
Yeah.
tears some days.
some days.
But
But
Sorry,
look
you
what those
made it
tears
through.
got
We
you.
made it through, but
Org
now
of the Year.
I will be telling people sorrows, prayers, because I won't be.
I
getting
watched
that now.
Bridgerton, so
You did? Did you
I-
like it?
you know.
Bridgerton or Queen Charlotte?
I saw Queen Charlotte first.
Okay.
Queen Charlotte
There's
is
a difference.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I like it more than season 1 of
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
Why is George yelling at her?
Okay.
Why are
first
you
off-
yelling at her? Yelling. Stop.
She's a legit child.
She's 10 and 7 years old.
10 at 17
Teen.
for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you yelling
How
at
old
her?
is he?
Older than
Older.
her, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually how it would go in the Regency period.
Yeah.
I was gonna say though, but like you listen, my man was going through it. Okay.
He was.
You know
He
who
was
else is going through it?
Who?
Recently I saw the trailer for Spider-Man
Oh.
across the
What is it,
multiverse,
across the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse.
Yep.
It comes out like in a couple days.
In a couple days. I'm not gonna lie. What did Miles do to get 2099 so angry?
I don't know.
Okay, for us, some of y'all that don't know the plot,
The plart.
I was trying to
Plot.
do my broski. She's like a Nigerian comedian. You know, I was trying to do a little broski accent. But for those that don't know, like the plot and stuff like that, like within the film, we have Spider-Man. Is it
2099.
99.
Right. And he's after Miles. And the thing is, Miles got to make a hard decision because he's a bit too happy. He got a nice home. He got mom.
tell good
Is that
people
what
bad
you think
news.
it's gonna be?
No, I don't think
Like
so,
they
but,
want to
like-
take one of his parents away because
I
he's
think
got
he-
it too good.
I think he has to like learn, like, because if you look at all the Spider-Mans, they've all sacrificed something, or they've all lost something, or
He lost an
He
uncle.
lost his uncle in the
Like,
last movie.
he
in
lost-
They
front
killed
of
his
him.
uncle about it.
Right.
Yeah. But like, we all like they all
That
lose
wasn't
their,
enough?
They
That
all
wasn't
lose their
enough.
uncles now. We know this.
Okay. Yes, but that is enough. I feel
No,
like
he has to lose something because all of them.
Lose
like, even-
Gwen.
you know Gwen's gonna lost.
Dr. Umar is jumping out.
Lose Gwen.
Lose Glenn.
Lose Gwen.
Lose Glenn. Not your mom.
Not your mom.
No. But I feel like all the Spider-Mans have lost somebody. Even like when I think some of the Spider-Mans have lost Mary.
Mary Jane, Stacy,
Stacy.
even Harry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Harry Osborn.
Honestly, if you're a friend to Spider-Man, don't
yeah.
just don't be.
don't be.
You-
But like also he's got a secret identity, so like how are you supposed to know that like being friends with Peter Parker is going to
get you ended.
Yeah.
But I think he will lose someone, and I feel like
If
It better not be his
2099 dies,
mom.
it better not be.
who?
2099.
Yeah, if he dies, or they're like, oh, he's the villain that dies at the end.
I don't think
no.
they'll turn him into a villain though, because it wouldn't make sense to tell him. Because like based on at least how the trailer is set up, he's like a villain mentor. At least that's the way I'm seeing it.
I feel like what he's doing, I feel like he thinks he's doing the actual right thing.
Yeah.
Sort of like on the lines of like Thanos, where he was like, yeah, I'm doing some terrible things, but it's going to be for the greater good, or
Later
like
on.
trying to save whatever it is that he built. Because at least from what I gathered from the trailer that I just watched, he like created that whole like, organization with all of the spider people. And like maybe Miles is a threat to that, because he said, you can never join. And then start going after him, crawling on all fours after him. Why are you doing that?
He had talons and everything.
Yeah, and he's got like those like daggers
Spikes
on his
things.
like forearms. The design is
He's
great.
like 6'3", buff. Like,
Right.
why
You're
you
a grown man.
Why is his voice so handsomely?
You-
Why he's so handsome?
Why
Miles,
he's
what
so
did you do to him? Also, I will say this: when that film comes out, a very delicate diaspora that is quick to anger and fight is going to happen, because Mexicans are going to say, "Listen, 2099, he has some points."
and he probably does.
Probably
He
does.
They always do.
They always do.
Well, like I mean, he's
He's
very
a Spider-Man,
but
so he's
he's
gotta have
like
points.
also like he's very handsome. So like, and then Miles is
Why
like
they make
Puerto
him look
Rican.
like that?
Yeah, exactly.
They always make the villains look good.
Yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off.
No,
Go
no.
ahead.
And then Miles, Puerto Rican. There's gonna be
And black.
like and black.
There's gonna be
so there's
some-
gonna be some like
Our Afro-Latino king.
for Latino. We
Yeah.
can't. We have to be strong as a diaspora. Let's not fight. Let's let the Spider-Men be Spider friends.
Yeah. Come on, poetry. So can't we
Two
all just get
worlds
along?
collide and make collages
Okay.
to combat.
Okay.
No, that was
Another
all
C,
right.
another C,
You
another
were
C.
there. You were
Another
there.
C, I need
We
another C.
understood.
Yeah, yeah.
Cover the mic.
So y'all did not hear that.
We didn't mean that, y'all. He didn't
No,
mean
no,
that.
no.
You know, we're working on spoken word. We've
Yeah.
all been, you know,
know.
practicing.
It's
Tone.
a talent that some of us share
Yeah.
on here. You
Yeah.
know?
Sometimes it's a natural born gift, and others have to learn.
Right.
And you know,
And
some
others
of us
are
are
trying.
learning
Right.
or
Trying
trying
so
to
hard.
learn. Yeah, you know, it's about the effort.
Right.
You did great, Roberto.
Real
You
great.
did great. Yeah.
Like that kind of, but then, like back to like the film because we we
Yeah.
like to mess around a lot. But I think it's gonna like touch on like two philosophical points. At least
Okay.
one. I know one of them. You know that I got from like one of my favorite classes on this campus, taught by Dr. Combe. I'm gonna shout her out every single
Oh
time.
yeah,
I get
because
the
she's
chance.
amazing.
Oh, you've had her?
Dr. Cummings?
No, Cole.
Oh, I thought you said Dr. Cummings.
No, I haven't had her.
Well,
yet.
shout out to both of those professors, because
Shout out both of y'all. But
Yeah.
Dr. Cole's she teaches in the philosophy department. Kudos to her. But like based on the film, the way I see it, because it looks like the Spider-Man is gonna expect him to make a sacrifice,
yeah.
and this all boils down to say Roberto.
Utilitarianism.
Period. But those that don't know, it just usually means that you have to sacrifice something for the betterment of the world, or something has to like. You should be able to let go of something as long as for the betterment of a bigger group of people.
Like as long
So,
as
like,
the benefits outweigh the cost.
Yes.
So it's
essentially.
basically benefit for the community, negative for the individual.
Essentially, yes.
Essentially.
Actually, yeah. Good point.
Then that's
I know
kind
about
of like-
philosophy.
that's kind of what the entire like moral behind Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Because he's constantly making sacrifices in his personal life
Yep.
for the greater
better-
good
Yeah.
of the world.
And I feel like it goes with like Marvel in general, because all of them
Yeah.
have to give up something. Like Iron Man, like he knew he had a kid on the way. He had a kid on the way, but he's all like, you know what? For the better of this world, and for the fact that my
gotta
child
go to
will have
space.
to live
Gotta
in
go
this
to
world,
space.
I gotta go up to space, and I
And
gotta
that's
blow
what
up
he
in
did.
space.
And it hurt.
It hurt.
But we
real
all
deep.
knew that that's what needed to happen.
Right.
But
And
also, never mind. I'm not even going to get into
Let's not-
why I
let's not-
felt
let's
like
not.
Tony didn't need to do that.
I personally think so too.
Because you're really telling me that the Hulk couldn't take that?
Another hand, like he got
He
two.
has two
He's a
hands.
And,
scientist.
and you know he doesn't destroy like that. Like the Hulk will be fine.
Right, like it messed up his arm
Captain
a little
Marvel
bit.
was sick.
Literally.
She was right there.
Like she was right there. And
She
we're
was
going to make
fine.
Tony. This man has a child on the way. He said,
He's
I don't
more-
want to lose anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you made him lose his life.
Yep.
I'm upset.
Me too.
I'm upset. But again, that's utilitarianism, I guess.
Exactly. He should have followed continent. He should have
Thor
followed
couldn't do it. Okay,
Right,
I'm
he's a
sorry. That's
literal
the last one.
god.
That's the last one. That's the last one.
But like, no, seriously, there were so many options.
Right.
Was it poetic or whatever for Tony to
do
die
it.
like that by being selfless?
But the thing is, they picked the human to do it.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
picked an average Joe. He was
An
okay.
average
He had a
Joe.
lot of. He had
Technology.
a long CV. His CV.
He did.
But just a guy.
At the end
he's
of the day,
just
he's
a
just
guy.
a guy
That
with a
happens
big brain and a lot of money.
And he said that to Cap too in that one movie.
Yeah, and he was like, "You were made in a test tube."
And he said,
In
and
a
what
bottle.
About, and he's like, what about you, billionaire philanthropist? I said, oh,
Ooh,
drag.
ate him up.
He's like, put on the suit.
Playboy philanthropist.
He was crying like, put on the suit.
Put on the suit. Put on the suit. Let's fight
Let's
now.
hash this. And he's
Right.
like, girl.
Let's tussle.
Let's put on the suit then. Did the suit come on?
No.
Cause why are y'all fighting?
Truly.
Anyways.
Grown men.
Grown men. You're 36. Why are you fighting?
Captain America was like 100. Captain America was
Yeah,
at least
literally,
100.
Like so
Act your
old.
age.
Seriously, like you need to be unlearning a lot of things right now, not worrying about fighting a man in a metal suit because you guys have varying degrees of differences.
That are both not
One's an
that
arms
wrong,
dealer.
but,
Exactly.
you know.
Like, oh my goodness,
And
I
your
don't
friend
even.
killed his daddy. Like, girl.
Oh,
And you want to defend your friend.
oh. Can we talk
My
about?
man.
Can we
My
talk
man.
about Civil War,
And you
please?
trying to gaslight him, just saying like he was being controlled. I was like, girl, don't tell people how to deal with their
Right.
emotions.
Like it doesn't matter. Two things can be true at once.
Once.
Was Bucky being mind controlled?
Yes.
But did Bucky kill his parents?
Yes.
Can he not like
Can he not
express
grieve?
his feelings?
Right. And then they
Of this
gonna
truth?
tag team him with the shield and then punching him while he's down. That shot, I was so floored.
He was getting kneed in the face,
right? I
elbow.
was like, you guys, take it
and then
easy.
he was like, hey, record their movements, please. I need a minute. I need a minute.
like they did him so wrong.
I personally think, like, a lot of people, you know, that the whole argument, like, Team Cap versus Iron Man. Personally, I think they were both somewhat wrong to, like, an
were
extended
wrong.
degree,
Yeah.
you know? But it's like, I was more sympathetic towards Iron Man, because
Yeah.
it just seems like everybody was like, get over it.
See, okay, I was more on Team Cap for that, even though I'm not a Captain America fan, like in the slightest. But I was siding with Cap because Tony put himself in that position on his own.
Yeah.
He tried to save the world before the world needed saving and
Right.
ended up almost ending it.
We saw what Ultron did.
We saw what Ultron did, and that's on you.
But the whole team, that was the whole team's fault, not
Right, and
yours.
now everybody has to follow the Accords because
Right.
you messed up.
Right.
And then the same film, they're blaming Wanda Maximoff for that explosion in the building when she was literally trying to save them.
Right.
And they're like, you're dangerous. Locked her up in the compound.
Right.
Y'all are just wrong. Just wrong.
I was Team Thor the whole time.
Because he wasn't even there.
He was minding his
He
business.
was minding his business.
He was at his little kingdom.
Exactly, because he's not even from Earth, so why would he be
He's like, I'm not
dealing with this
He
anyways?
said, I'm going home.
I'm going home. I got things to do.
Puny mortals. He called them that to their
Right.
face. He called the Hulk that to his face.
like,
Which is so funny.
Because,
Is Hulk, would you consider him mortal now?
no.
Or like,
But he can die. That's the fact
Yeah.
of being mortal, I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the fact that they can
But
die.
also,
But so can
But
Thor.
also-
Thor can die
he-
too because Odin died.
Yeah.
But also, the Hulk has a son, so he can't really. He needs to feed his baby.
True.
He needs to feed his son.
He's got a child. You know,
'Cause
he's
he-
got to be a father.
He's got to be. He's got. He's got to be the father he never had.
Exactly.
What's the universe? Because there's the universe that where Iron Man is alive and he's the one that takes care of all the Avengers kids.
Oh, that's like the movie. That's a spin-off. That's like a not canon.
Oh, okay. Because I
Yeah.
was like, oh my
I
gosh, my
don't
brain
know
is
anything
remembering.
about
Oh,
that.
so in that film, Ultron wins. Everyone but Iron Man and
Dies.
Hawkeye dies. And
What movie is this?
it's called Avengers Next Generation or something like that.
Yeah.
And
like a
T'Challa and
fan-made
Storm
film?
have a kid.
Which they actually do.
Yeah, they
Yeah, in
do
the comics, that's
canonically, yeah.
accurate.
But T'Challa, he cheats on her
Oh.
Multiple times.
multiple times.
Well, you know what? Marvel Comics,
Oh, they're messy.
they're messy.
Oh, they're messy.
They are so messy. Like, none of them are loyal individuals. None of them.
Not
They
anymore.
all get around
Yeah.
with each other
Yeah.
and just. I mean, I'm here for
Even
it.
even in the the Superman what universe is
DC.
Superman?
DC.
Even in the DC universe,
Mm-hmm.
what's her name?
Warner?
The green guy.
Red Lantern?
Yeah, with the rock.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, Green Lantern. He's with who? Hawk Girl or Hawkeye?
Hawk Girl.
And then she leaves him for Green Arrow.
Maybe she's just got a thing for green.
She probably does.
Probably
You know?
does.
And I'm
Don't let her
like,
see the Hulk.
Get a crossover. That's the guy.
That's the guy right there.
That's the final boss.
But it just had me cackling because I'm like, and mind you, you know how in the DC universe they're on that spaceship all together, so they be seeing each other.
Mm-hmm. Just messy. Just messy.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
just know the
oh,
writers
you
were
were
messy.
hanging out with. Oh, but I
In
thought
his
we
dorm?
were.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty much high school. I mean,
okay.
uni.
It's so high school.
It's universe.
There's
I
this
love it.
one panel I love. You know Jessica Jones?
Mm-hmm.
She's married to Luke Cage, and they both have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But she tells Peter Parker, remember me from high school? I had such a huge crush on you in front of Luke Cage and her kid.
She's wild.
And then Spider-Man's like, hey, Luke, don't think anything's going to happen. I mean, she's cute and everything, but like, I
then
don't see your
things
wife.
And then
Like,
something
and then
happens.
Luke, like, just looks and like throws him out a plane. Like a legit plane. And,
You know what? Yeah.
And like Spider-Man is his fault. He's like, I get it. I messed up.
At least he understands.
I messed up. Yeah.
Because at this point, if my wife and the mother of my child is willing to say these things to this person in front of me, I need to get rid of this person because this is a bigger issue than I originally thought.
There was another panel where like Peter, I think he gets like hurt and like he's bleeding,
Mm-hmm.
and then Jessica's like, "Are you all right?" And Luke's just behind her, and Peter like
Like, "He good?"
looks up. He's like, "I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good."
Yeah, he good. Back up.
And then
Yeah, he
Luke
good.
asks like, "Why didn't you check on me?" She's like, "Well, you're bulletproof.
Ooh.
You're good."
Well, Spider-Man is.
He
Yeah.
has a radioactive spider bite. He's fine. And you're not going to check on me?
Yeah.
Your
Jessica.
Jones.
Jessica Jones.
She been wanting cheat so bad.
She really do. Like, just leave him. Leave him.
She's got a baby.
Okay.
You know, the baby in Old Man Logan universe, the baby has a daughter, and that daughter becomes a new Spider-Woman.
Oh my god.
So like it's a whole.
Oh my gosh.
Family dilemma.
Seriously.
That's crazy.
And Hawkeye's married to her.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah,
To the granddaughter
to
of
the
Wolverine?
granddaughter. No, of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. Oh, it's messy. It's
Wait,
messy.
what?
Yeah, I'll let you borrow that one.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like Hawkeye is a grown man.
Oh, he's an old man.
Oh.
He's an old man.
He's,
Like
he's with the Superman universe too. He was there.
Hawkeye?
yeah, like a little crossover thing.
Yeah.
And then never mentioned again.
Of all
No.
the characters,
Yep.
Hawkeye is the one that gets to cross over into the other universe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the
I
funny-
wouldn't have picked that one,
Yeah.
but okay.
Yeah. He crosses over, especially with Green Arrow.
Well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense because they're basically
They're
the same
copycats.
character.
They're copycats.
Yeah.
One is just green, and he rides a motorcycle, and he has a crush on Felicity.
Sorry, Green Arrow fans.
Oh,
I never watched the show.
great characters, all of them. Love them. XR.
Oh, but
never
Green Arrow
watched
got more seasons than Hawkeye. Oh, no one cares
No
about
one
either
cares.
one. Truly,
Because they're
That's
what?
the tea.
that's a T.
And that's why the Flash got with Felicity. Anyways,
That's
In the comics or the
Yeah.
shows?
the
I think in the
comics.
comics too.
Oh, okay, because I was like in the shows. I thought Barry was like in love with Iris.
No, but you know Barry
Depends.
gets heartbroken because Iris be like, "Yeah, you're cute." Anyways,
Oh.
hey boo.
That's true. She
And
do
she
be-
leaves him, and then she comes back because she's heartbroken, and then
It's such a will they won't they.
and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'll completely listen to you." Like, yeah, with puppy
It's like,
eyes.
I've always loved you.
And she's like,
Green
love
Arrow,
me
you're
back.
pathetic.
No, he doesn't. Like
Stand
that, does
up.
he?
Stand up.
No,
Like-
he never stands up.
They're messy. No, but
He never stands up at all, and it's quite sad actually. It's quite irritably. Is that how you say it?
irritable,
Irritable.
irritable,
Irritating.
Yeah,
irritating.
you know. This
When it
is-
makes you.
yes.
Yeah, that.
And our university should just add another class where they teach how to pronounce word.
You know what?
I feel like that'd be great.
That would be-
I would
yeah.
love
It's
that
like
kind
not
of
even
class.
English 101. It's just English pronunciation.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
okay.
Especially for people who read.
Yeah,
Like
that's-
just read in their head.
Exactly, but the thing, you know what confuses me about English? Like some words are not even pronounced like how they're spelled. That's one thing I had a really hard. I had a hard
Yup.
time because okay,
Colonel?
not even colonel.
Knife.
Like ph makes a f sound, right? My brain originally did not understand that
Yeah.
because I was like, fa, pa. Like, what is being like? When I was, I hate to come to America. I was in class and we were reading out loud. I was all like, what does this word mean?
Yeah, no, it is really, really difficult. Even as like a native English speaker, I still am like, why are these two letters put together and making this sound? And like, I just learned that colonel is spelled colonel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yo.
There's no R.
There's no R.
No.
But it's colonel.
Oh.
I think it has something to do with the history of somebody's name. That's why they call it that. But like, it's I don't remember really well, but it is.
I bet you it's racist.
Ooh. Based on that name?
I
think
you
it was
it's
like,
probably rooted in some sort of...
I think it was from the 1600s or something.
It probably is racist.
I don't know. English is a colonizer's language as well. So.
I think I had a hard time with the PH too, because like when I would write in Spanish, I was like, oh, we do this too, right? Because like, you know, Latin-based language, Romance language. And then I forget what word I used, but I sent a message to my dad. He was like, what does this mean? I don't know what you think you're learning.
Is there a PH spelling in any like
Romance language?
Yeah. Or specifically in Spanish?
I don't think so that I can think of.
You know, this is how I know I forgot my own native language, because I'm about to Google our alphabet.
No, see, and that's
but
like...
you speak so many languages. So
but
like,
it's kind of like embarrassing, because you're like, this is like fundamental base, like anyone who's like known the language for a while can, you know, do it, but it's just, it hurts sometimes.
They should make a class like that. I feel like that would be really helpful.
What's your favorite class that you had at Central?
Ooh, I don't know. I've taken, I have a few of like, I don't know if they're my favorites, but they're my most memorable. My freshman year, I took Theater 107, I think it was. Or it might have been 107 or 101. And we got to like put on like a play at the end of the quarter. And it was like really chaotic, but super fun. And then another one was the ABS 110 and 210 classes, just because like I had never had a class that focused on Black issues or like the Black experience or Black history, like solely ever until I got here. And so those two were like some of my favorites, because I just got to see my people and learn about my people and, you know, be with people who were also interested in learning about those things. So those those three were my favorites. I think.
And you can go, because I'm still
You're
here.
still thinking?
Oh, yeah,
I still have
Oh.
another year. I have yet to take no. I have taken classes that I like so far, but I have yet to take in my ultimate, because, you know, I still got a year.
I think I had a class for my history degree that was like Aztec, Incan, and Mayan. And I just really liked it because a lot of the history, I was like, oh, this is like gossip, Game of Thrones, plus like Succession, plus like everything. And my favorite story was about a prince named Kabil Balam. And when the Spaniards came, he would capture them and set them free in the jungle. And he would say, if you can survive the jungle with us hunting you, we'll let you go after the third day. They couldn't get past the first hour. Because if the Mayans didn't get you, it was the snakes, it was the spiders, it was the jaguars, it was the wasp, it was the quicksand.
Jeez.
Like,
Something's going to get
the
you.
odds were not in your favor.
No, and that's why even now, like, it's very hard to, like, because even the Mexican army doesn't want to go in and, like, say, hey, we reclaim the land, because if it's not the Mayans, it's the nature.
Yeah.
And so
like, it's dangerous. I
like that one. And then another class on like Soviet era Russia. And I was just like, I don't know about, they go hard. The Russians are hard. I don't know. Like the
Tsar?
Okay. The Tsar, what happened to him and his family after reading what they did?
Yeah. You're like...
Me looking the other way.
Me looking the other way.
Anastasia.
Okay, I love to play. I love to play. Let's not do too much now. Don't ruin it.
No,
Not too much on Anastasia.
Because
all of them.
I'm gonna go watch the play. You
the
know
grandmother.
La, la, la,
Count
la.
your days.
La 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 la.
Just
I hope you're
trust.
there with
You
Thatcher.
will be dealt with.
I hope you're there with Thatcher and the Queen.
La 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 la.
Anyways.
I will be seeing the play.
Well, what's been your favorite
class so far?
Okay. The thing is, it doesn't pertain to anything to my degree. It just feeds on one of my little obsessions.
Yeah.
So, Roberto, you know this. I am obsessed with the Islamic Golden Age and the Ottoman Empire. Those are like my two biggest obsessions. And there was I think it was the anthropology. Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think about the Byzantine Empire?
Let's not go there.
Okay. Okay.
Because,
It opens up. It opens up.
Many
We'll be
doors.
here all day.
We're going to open up many doors. Because the Ottoman Empire and the Byzantine Empire were great enemies, and they did conquer Constantinople from them. It was conquered by Mehmed II. Anyways, there was this anthropology class, and it was like on empires, and it was just talking about 6th century Turkey and like the amount. I feel like the reason why let me speak English. The reason why I was obsessed with those two empires is just like the perspective of a woman within those empires and the amount of scientific foundings that came out. Like during the Islamic Golden Age, like the scientific method came out during that time period, y'all.
They win.
I bet y'all didn't know that.
Y'all didn't know that. And like even like if you look at Spain nowadays, like there was one of the biggest
Tell 'em.
university was
Tell 'em.
located in Spain, which was developed by the majority of like the Arab nations during that time, and it's like a lot of great knowledge came in. There was like brilliant libraries, like I just like even a lot
Architecture.
of the architecture, even like majority of the scientific a
lot of the language, too.
founding, even linguistic wise, even books. Oh, that's where like translation came into play too, because a lot of the technically like researchers couldn't like read and most of the stuff that were written in Greek because they spoke Arabic, and so because of that they would translate stuff into Arabic, into modern day Arabic, and then some people will like learn, oh, this is Arabic, so they would translate it to like other languages too, like it would be translated to English because it would come in like Spanish. Trendsetters, like that's how we have like a majority, a lot of stuff are even preserved till this day. Now my obsession with the Turkish Empire is a whole nother ball game. I'm just really obsessed with, again, the architecture and their carpets.
Oh.
Yes. Now this is another web on its own. So Turkey is really known for having like brilliant carpets and stuff like that, but like historically they would also use them to imprint messages within their carpets. So if you look at even old one, there's like even like that's how they would communicate. Like if there was a spy within the Byzantine Empire, they would make the carpet and they would have like secret messaging within the carpets, and then they would send it and they would trade it with the Turkish Empire, and they would be in there. It's
That's pretty cool.
It's so cool.
Like that's really like clever.
It is, and oftentimes it really wouldn't get like caught like that, But I just find it.
If you're good at your job,
you're not gonna get caught.
you're not gonna get caught.
And
when did they get caught?
Technically, see, they weren't even caught by the Byzantine Empire. That's the thing. In 6th century, so there's different dynasties. It was like if you look at China, there's like the Song, the Tang, and the Turkey also has dynasties along before it officially reaches the Ottoman Empire. And during the 6th century, there was I have the name in my head, but during that time it was Mohammed Mohammed Alparslan was the Sultan at the time, and they were actually defeated. Well, Muhammad wasn't defeated. Later on, during the 6th century, they were defeated by the Mongol. The Mongolian Empire.
That's another whole podcast.
That's a whole other ballgame because Genghis Khan. That man is crazy, but like historically, historically, that is
no comment
because we're gonna be like those. What are they called?
History
bros.
Yeah.
The podcasts are like, yeah, bro, like, of course he did that, but it's like he's so cool too.
He's like
No, he wasn't a cool guy. He was actually not a great guy.
He was a villain.
He's actually a villain of history.
He genuinely was
He
the
genuinely
terror.
is a
Like they
villain.
called him the terror of God because he was a terrible
Of
person.
God. He would actually destroy temples, like in like
Civilizations, not just temples.
No, the thing is though, the weird part, the fact that he was destroying temples is like usually if you surrender to him, he's usually like he'll go and like do a little rah rah rah, but go. But like he did not care.
He was like, I'm just gonna decimate it.
I'm just gonna destroy it. Like, and he even wiped out religion, bro. Like,
man was a menace.
he really was a menace. But like, I think what made him like a huge significant character in history is that he grew the empire to be so big. But
The
now if you
Pope
look-
wrote him a letter saying, "Please don't
stop.
invade Europe."
Like, please.
Please.
Like,
please.
we're done. We can't
Please, we're tired.
Like,
The streets are saying,
The
please.
streets say we're next. Can you please go somewhere else? Please.
Wait, Atong, how's that one? The TikTok guy. My ops are literally quivering right now.
I was like, no, that was legit Genghis Khan. But like, he's like, strategy wise, brilliant. In my personal opinion, if I had to pick like the three, like within that time frame ish, the three smartest, it would be like Mehmet II. Everybody knows that because he conquered Constantinople. His like strategy for conquering it, oh my goodness, brilliant. He also defeated. He was the king of present day Romania. I forgot his name. He's known as Dracula. That's where the myth of Dracula comes from. Oh, that's another thing.
Wallachia.
Yeah,
he was,
Wallachia. That's where the myth of this man comes from because he was actually.
He was
crazy.
He was like Genghis Khan, but broke. Like he didn't have the money.
Yeah,
but you don't have the facilities to act that way.
But he was doing crazy crime. Like he was known. I don't know.
We can't.
But he did.
If we can't say it, you know it's terrible.
It's really bad. But he was known as like, and the thing is,
son of the devil.
He was known as the son of the devil too. But he just did like a lot of.
He was the what?
Son of the devil.
Son of the devil. That was
they
his
called
nickname.
Him that.
Oh.
Or the son of the dragon. It varies on what region you go to.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I was just in that
It was
class.
a history dump. Like,
but I feel like I was in that class that
was
you were
favorite
talking
class.
about.
I just learned so much.
I wish I had taken it actually.
It's actually really fun.
Yeah.
But I don't have time now because I'm graduating.
So am I.
Which brings us to the closing of our
we don't need to talk about
episode. We do have to talk about it, girl.
We
We gotta
do.
talk about it.
We do.
Y'all are
we
abandoning me.
We have two graduations this week. Tomorrow, Friday, Lavender Grad will be in Sue Lombard from 6 to 8 p.m. to honor all the LGBTQ and plus identifying students. And then on Saturday at 12 p.m. is Black Grad, also in Sue Lombard, in which I will also be a Black graduate this year. My first time not having to plan it. I'm really excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We did it.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
We did it.
Y'all can wait for me a year. Y'all can wait for me a year.
I'm so sorry, girl, but I had to put me first. Lucius. But yes, those two graduations are happening this weekend. So if you have the time and are wanting to attend, you can find a link to Black Grad in BSU's Instagram bio and get your free ticket, but it is like limited availability, so just be wary of that. And yeah, that's all of the events that we have for this episode. It's been real.
It's been real. So real. Because
we're
real
and authentic.
And,
You see how
we
I'm
do
not
it for the
joining in?
people.
We do it for the people.
We do it for
You
the
see
people.
how I'm not joining in?
No, because you're not graduating.
And you're not funny. You thought you ate with that.
Wait.
You thought you ate with that, huh?
Yeah, so the internet can know.
I'm so sorry that we have to leave you, but I'm also not sorry.
You know,
It's been long enough.
You know, here's the thing. I'm saying all of this just to act like I wouldn't be doing this.
Because this is you next year.
Sorrows, prayers.
Mwah. So sorry.
I'll see you, babes.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was all of the events that we had. I think that brings us to the end of our episode, yeah?
Yeah. All right.
Y'all.
It's
Bye.
too late to apologize.
Bye.
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 Bye.